Hello, everybody. This is unbelievable. I'm so happy to see you, everybody. This is wonderful President Summit. This is my glasses. So this is actually a very important conversation. What do we do as GET team members? And I would like to share with you some ideas which may be helpful because GET team members are, I would say, the most important leadership position in our company. Over 30,000 of GET team plus in our company, and we need to have some ideas how we actually work with them, what we do with them, and because these guys are actually your future, our future, because we want them to be with us here next time, right? So the question is, what do we do? What is the strategy? How we help them to overcome their certain situations? Okay. So our GET team members, this is the most important position in the marketing plan because this is somewhere in between. They experienced already something, they made some money, they part of of us, but not exactly part of us, right? They can't come to this type of event, right? They are vulnerable. It's not clear cut yet. Average GET team member has 18 supervisors, only, average. By the way, I want to advise you, everybody, when you come back and you want to restart your relations with your GET team member, start from drawing the structure. Ask them to draw the structure of their organization and come back to you and discuss it, what you have. This is your asset. The asset has to be visual. This is a very interesting discussion. It's a completely different discussion once you visualize the asset. Asset is the organization is the asset. It needs to be visualized. Many people don't understand what they're building. It has to be visualized. They have to feel like engineers, building something and moving objects and what's not. This is important. So, GET team, as we said, most of them don't earn bonus. I have to tell you, I have to share with you a big secret. Another advice is to measure your own GET team bonus receivers percentage in your organization. How many of them are actually receive their 2% bonus on a monthly basis? And you will see, you will not be happy, to say the least. And some of you and us will be unhappy completely because this is far from ideal. Some have good situation where most of GET team members receive bonus, but majority I know don't. This is not the case. So we still need to push them and help them to get them back on track. And the first sign of back on track is getting their production bonus on a monthly basis. This is the number one sign that they are actually ready to move to the next level, is earning their production bonus. So I hope you also see it as a challenge that people don't get their production bonus. I used to have, remember, conversation with one of my millionaire team members, and there is millionaire team member, and then there is another GET team member under her. So, and then the conversation was like, I say, why your first line GET team doesn't get production bonus on a monthly basis? She is getting only, is doing only 2,500 volume points, right? And it's not enough. It's not enough. She's not getting the production bonus. And then the upline, upline. And the sponsor says, because that's fine, he says. That's totally fine that she doesn't get the bonus, because I get the bonus. I said, that's interesting. It's a new kind of approach. She says, yeah, because if she gets the bonus, I don't get the bonus. I said, but listen, I think that your goal is to become president's team member as a result of they growing to the next positions. You would become, so you want them to become president's team members, so you would become president. She says, no. I say, why? Because if I become president's team and she become president's team, she would cut the bonus again. I say, listen, this is the completely killing logic. And you want to become president's team, right? So your logic is unbelievable. And I don't know whether there is anybody here in this room who thinks this way, who is happy by the fact that your people are not getting their production bonuses that you are getting. So this is wrong logic between us girls. So Get Team is a pretty vulnerable position because they don't actually where they are. Okay, they see some of their supervisors maybe left, some distributors may be left, some customers may be left. They're not sure about themselves in some cases, right? Not all of them, but in some cases. And let's put ourselves in the Get Team shoes. This is what Jorge mentioned yesterday, and let's try imagine ourselves how we used to be as Get Team members, how we are today as Get Team members, because today, if you put aside your other Get Team members, other Mill Team members and other Press Team members, you're still a Get Team member. And you are working with your supervisors and with your new people and so on and so forth. Okay? So, this is the dilemma these guys face on a daily basis. When they achieve Get Team position, the dilemma is very simple. I'm halfway. Should I go up or or not? They believe that they are halfway, but this is wrong. They're not halfway, right? You see this picture, it looks like halfway, but it's not. It's an illusion. But they see it as a halfway. It's an illusion. It's a complete illusion. It's not halfway, it's just the beginning. Do you agree with that? So this is my visual manipulation. I can put them as a top position. If I just draw the marketing plan until Get Team members, so they're at the top position. But if I draw the marketing plan with Get Team member as a starting position, they're just getting started. So it's just a fantasy to see that I'm a halfway. I'm not, okay, in this position. So, and here's the question. If I want to continue to move up, I need to understand how I become Get Team members. How I become Get Team. This is the critical question, how I arrive to this point. Because if I don't know how I arrive to this point, then I'm in trouble. Because I'm not going to continue, because I don't know how I arrived to this point. In many cases, I arrived by mistake, by chance, by accident, as Michael Cole used to say, right? By accident. So, some people become by accident. You know, they just join some system and they bring a couple of friends and now they find themselves a Get Team member, but they don't know how they become Get Team member because someone else did something else. And finally, they are recognized on stage as Get Team member, and they tell their story. And if you ask 100 Get Team members to tell their stories, how they become Get Team members, you would hear 100 different stories. Because they don't know how they become Get Team members. In many cases, they are not capable of explaining what exactly did we do, what system did we use, what tools did we use, what method of operation did we use, how did I promote my people, because it's too early for the new Get Team member. They just don't, it was a wave which took them somewhere. So, this is how average Get Team organization looks like. And this is very vulnerable. Please remember this picture. Just keep it in your mind. Keep this picture in your mind. What I believe we need to do when we are back home is we need to restart the business with our Get Team members. Restart the business with Get Team members. You just sit with your Get Team member, draw this picture of your Get Team member, and go analyze one by one how these people are doing, how these supervisors are doing, how these active wall teams are doing, wall team members are doing, how they are doing. Are they in business? Are they profitable? Are they doing good? Are they in trouble? Do they know what to do? Are you, all of you, part of the system, or they are alone? Are they just customers, just supervisors, customers, and stuff like that? So everything needs to be analyzed. This is the asset. It's not big asset to analyze. It's simple. but we never do it. You know why we never do it? Because we believe mistakenly that they are mature enough in business and they can do it themselves. You're a GET team member, why don't you do it? Or they are coming with the question, we would say, yeah, but you are a GET team member already. And GET team member in this case means, I'm not saying nothing, it's not nice, but not much. Not much. You lose few supervisors and you are not GET team member anymore. And that's it. In reality, right? Reality check. So, please remember this picture. Keep it in your mind. And I would work with your GET team members. So, reality check. Few questions to ask. What is my current business phase, if I'm talking to a GET team member, which is myself or my GET team member? It's a self-reality check with myself or with my GET team. It's the same conversation, which we don't carry ever, more or less, right? Those type of conversation. Am I moving up or moving down, or I'm flat? How long am I in this position? Why I'm in this position? Let's try to list possible reasons. What is my personal production versus the first year? Am I in the second year? Many GET team members don't produce what they used to produce in the first year. Let's discuss it. What are you doing? Why your production went down compared to the first year? Let's restart, let's make another first year. Let's get back to basics, first line. Because people in many cases stop recruiting first line, stop building wide, start managing, losing momentum, and it's enough to lose just 3, 4, 5 supervisors, and that's it. And you are stuck, because it's too early to stop momentum, to stop recruiting, not to stop, I'm not saying stop, but slow down. What is my business operation model? Do I understand what I'm doing? Can I describe? Can I teach my next distributor what to do, how to build a business operation model of his own, of her own? How many first lines do I have? The structure. Let's draw the structure, because some of them are sitting on one line. Many of them are actually sitting on one line. Many of them are maybe 2 lines, but that's it. And they have big dreams. But again, this is reality check. How many first lines I have in order to expect things to happen? And things will never happen, but they think that they are going up. They are not going up, they are going down. If you have 1 or 2 first lines, you are effectively go down, because you cannot keep your status quo. You either go up or you go down. There is no such thing as status quo at GET team position. Status quo starts from 20K, no, seriously, 20K, when you're a big risk, if things go wrong, and sometimes things go wrong, is to go and keep your 12K. Right? Then it's fine, more or less. This is where it really starts, the safe zone. When you have enough first line top team members in different locations, different geographies, and you are more or less diversified from the business models points of view, from the country's point of view, from the cities, from the people, from ages and what's not, okay? So once you are diversified, now you feel safe. And normally it starts with, advanced presidency members already. So it's too early for GET team member to think that I have enough. It's never enough. How many first line have I added in my first line the last year versus first year in business? How does my P&L look like? Can I support my family? This is crucial question this is the last on this slide. So, can I support my family? Crucial question. Many people cannot support their families, but still believe that they're already full-time in business. And then business is going down and they're under pressure, under financial pressure, and we don't talk it. We don't discuss it. That's the problem, that it's not nice to discuss your financial situation. Because I'm going into your intimate situation, P&L, your P&L, P&L, who talks P&L? P&L is profit and losses, right? So nobody wants to discuss it, but we have to discuss it. We have to run this fair conversation. Okay? So next is questions about business model. Is my business offering versatile? Am I able to adapt my business offering to main typical personas? People are different. We will discuss it right now. What they are. Just think about your first lines. They're all different people. And since they're all different people, we need to have some personalized approach to them. But again, it's an effort. It's easy to come and pitch one thing to everybody, like we did in 1991. It was just one way to do business, and it was no DMOs. It was just talk to people. Use the product, wear the button, talk to people, and this was the DMO. Actually, use the product, wear the button, and talk to people in today's world is lack of DMO. It's not a DMO. It means you don't have a DMO, if this is the DMO. It means today, in today's world, it needs to be properly described. The flow needs to be clean and clear, and needs to be easily duplicated. And it's not enough to talk, because we all talk. Some people don't talk, they just type. They already don't meet this requirement of talk. Many don't talk. They lost it. Another one is, do I try to adapt the business offering to a different personas or demographics, or I force them to adapt to my only business offering? So this is a very interesting question. People are different. They are coming to me and asking, what should I do? In many cases, I have only one solution, and it doesn't work for all of them. So I need to have several solutions. I need to be flexible enough, okay? And so, who is it relevant for, what I'm doing? Is it duplicatable? How many people from my organization duplicated me? I have 18 supervisors. How many of them copy what I do? When it's coming to specifically to nutrition clubs, which is the one of the best, or the best, I don't know, right? Ways of doing business, which proved itself for the last 20 plus years all over the world, right? Still, it's only 11% are involved in nutrition clubs all over the world. Only 11%, this way or another. I'm talking about physical nutrition clubs. There are some other types of nutrition clubs, there are some virtual nutrition clubs, but still we need to understand, it's not more than 15% of supervisors are involved in some kind of nutrition clubs. Not more than 15%. So we need to ask ourselves where the other 80% and what they're doing. And some more questions to ask. I want all my people to succeed, but people are different, right? And the question is, do I need to have certain different plans for them? All right? And the big question is, how many different plans do I need to have to master? Jorge yesterday, apologies, man, that I'm quoting you from yesterday, but it was great. So the question was what Jorge said, listen, I was stuck at a certain moment and I had to go and master my new skills. Go and learn nutrition clubs, go and learn some other things and create some other challenges and so on and so forth. So I had to learn and I had to create and I had to, very nice word, pivot. I had to pivot with what I'm doing. I had to change myself and acquire new skills and be flexible enough in order to be able to offer different things to different people. I have a downline who wants to do nutrition clubs, and I have downline who are not able to do nutrition clubs. They will never do nutrition clubs. So they're different animals. We need to have different offerings for different people to make sure that we are versatile, not they are versatile. They shouldn't be versatile. We need to be versatile because we bring people in and we bring different people in. The next one is this, which means one size fits all is over. People are very quickly judging, in our words, is it good for me, is it not good for me? Is it for me, is it not for me? And we are still bring people in, and we have this binary option, yes or no. I remember my sponsor said to new people who were coming, it was in Israel, many Russian immigrants came into Israel, and they came from the newspaper ad, and it was line of people in presentation. And he was talking to them, and one of his lines was, when people started to ask questions, what I'm supposed to do, I'm not sure it's for me, how would you prove it, and so on and so forth, some doubtful people. And he would say, okay, so then it's not for you. Very simple. This is the door. He was very straight and tough guy. So it's not for you. And I remember this, it's not for you. And I was living with that, it's not for you, for a year. It was not I didn't feel good with this, it's not for you. It was not my style, right? Because my style was, it's for you. This was my style. I would ask people who you are, what you are after, what do you want, what do you need? And they would tell me their stories, and regardless of their stories, I would say it's for you. So I somehow engaged with the opposite approach, right? Instead of tough, it was kind of welcoming. I learned it from Alan Lorenz. He came to Israel one day and gave his presentation which was very welcoming rather than tough. So I love this more, and I started to adapt myself. I was trying to adapt the opportunity to the person rather than person to the opportunity, because opportunity is different. We can do different things, right? So this is the approach. So next one is the same few questions. So the idea is that we don't need to try to change people. When people are coming, this is what I'm talking with my Get team members. They don't know. They have the same maximalistic approach as I had when I started. It was everything or nothing. It was very binary. These people are going to be great, or these people have nothing to do with Herbalife. No, be patient. Everyone can do great. It's just a matter of time. We just need to be patient. So, at the end of the day, we need somehow to profile this person and match the business model to this person. And this is the interesting thing. I'm not saying that we need to do it, but just to show you, to illustrate that people are different, and we need to be patient enough to try to profile them. Okay? So, just look at it for a second. People are different, they have different situations. I don't mean that we need to really build a profile and try to adapt completely based on those demographics, but people are different. What I do imagine in the near future, that I would ask AI, if this is the person, let's say this is the person, right? If this is the person, how should I act? What is the right solution? What is the right way to communicate with the person? What is the right way? Because it's a specific person, so why shouldn't I communicate with this person more in a personalized way, right? I'm not saying that I'm smart enough, right, to have to run a million different conversations, not at all. But do I need to take into account at least the basic traits of this person, and make sure that I'm not pushing people away because they have different situations in life and they're different? No, so we will need to try to welcome everybody, to engage with everybody and keep them around, everybody, regardless of their profile. Everyone needs to be welcomed and kept around. That's the idea. So, the next question is about business plan. It's about business plan. So, when new people are coming, and imagine you have 18 supervisors, again, 18 supervisors, they're all different. And we come normally, and what we say? We say there is great promotion, do 5,000 and get ABC. How many people out of this 18 would qualify? Statistically, Just one, maybe. Right? Agree with that? Statistically, 1 out of 18. So when I pitch high-level promotion or promotion for top producers, I actually cut others from this whole excitement about promotion. So what I need to do in this regard, I need to come up with several ideas to engage with everybody. So it's about my personal business plan, not my personal, personal business plan, which I would try to, which I help actually to adapt to these people. So the next one is about business operation model. It's just, again, it's in the future. When you see how would you like to talk to your Get team members, you may find several lines which can be helpful, right? So, for example, if I want to explain to my Get team member what is the optimal business operation model, it's not about demo, it's not about talking to people, it's not about giving flyers away. Because flyers, it's not DMO. It's never been DMO. It's just the way, one of the ways to invite people, or surveys, or social media. So business operation is more than just inviting, right? So we need to have a clear service value concept. Otherwise, we're just selling products. If we're just selling products, we will lose. It's clear to everybody. So we need to be able to attract customers, retain customers, attract distributors, develop distributors, create active supervisors, and duplicate business operation model or methods which we are using. This is the definition of business operation model. All those elements need to be checked the boxes, but it's not enough. There are a few other things which are, this is positive check boxes and these are negative check boxes. It shouldn't be based on the special skills, because we know that there are some special people with special skills. It should be universal. It should not be based on a heavy investment. We should allow other people to participate, because otherwise people would not believe they can do it. And it should not be supporting only one demographic or professional segment. Like I have a coach who runs, a fitness coach who runs her private gym and sells products to all his customers, and super happy, and business is out of control. Or customers of the gym also get the shake, and many of them buy home. And what he said a year ago to me, he said, "That's unbelievable. I'm going now to sign up all the coaches in town, like me." I said, "Why only coaches?" "Because this is what I see. This I can bring them here, I can show, it's easy." I say, "Okay, but how many coaches do you have?" It's limited, right? So don't push yourself into the corner when you just limit yourself with a certain demographics. So you need to be versatile. You need to be universally accepted by all. You need to run probably 2 or 3 different DMOs to be able to work with people who have nothing to do with the gym, okay? Anybody. And he said, he was trying to convince me that he is right for 1 year. And eventually, just a week ago, he sent me a message saying, "You are right, you were right. I didn't sign anybody. I mean, I signed few, they don't do anything, and I don't know what to do next." I said, "Okay, so let's go to the wider public. Okay, stop thinking your professional segment." Okay, so all this is, from my point of view, is what we need to think about when we talk. Now we can play the game. Eventually, we want people to play the game. People are not interested in working, they don't want to work, they don't want to lose weight, but they are all ready to play the game. New distributors don't want to work, they want to play the game. So gamify everything you can. Anything you can gamify, just make it a game. All right? Just think about it. You can use some DMOs which are game-like, all right, if you have one. But try to gamify within your organization and make it really the nice way to play. So, positive attitude in action. This is important for your Get team member to keep transmitting this positive attitude. I tell them if they don't know how, some people say, what is it, a positive attitude? Should I smile all the time? Should I say everybody that you are great without people being great? They didn't do anything and I need to say that you are great? No, this is not positive attitude. So if they don't know what positive attitude means, how it looks, facial expressions of positive attitude, I'm sending them Dr. Luigi videos. I say, this is the positive attitude, okay? This is Dr. Luigi. So if you want to know how to be positive, just watch those videos. So the next one is talking about organizational culture. So our Get team members are in the position to try to understand what does it mean, organizational culture? Because there are many different issues we are dealing with and they are new. But if I want them to become one day independent, I want them to start building their own organizational culture, which is right now, it's a part of my organizational culture, but I want them to start thinking about it at least they need to know that in order to run a big organization, they will need to create some kind of organizational, whether it's copy me or go and copy other leaders and other leadership, different types of situations and so on and so forth. And the last one, which is I think the most important one again, is the standard Get team qualification plan. If there is one in place, they would know how to copy it, how to do it again. And this is critically important, is to know how you qualified. That's the most critical out of everything I wanted to share with you, is that's the one. And so they need to know what they are running, what kind of DMO they are using. DMO or business operation model or whatever we call it, right? Whether it's nutrition club, whether it's fit club, whether it's marathon, challenges, we do transformation type of challenges, or anything else. So people need to know what exactly they are doing, how they become Get team members, and it requires conversation with them. Once they're qualified, what we need to do, we need to sit together and run this conversation, how it happened. It will be my probably last slide. And so this is the example of Nutrition Club predictable qualification. If we have just one person running Nutrition Club and having several supervisors not running Nutrition Club, just one Nutrition Club, let's say making 10,000 volume points, but there are no other nutrition clubs in the organization, and this person qualified to Get team position. Is it strong Get team qualification? I believe this is not the case, because there is no one yet did what this person did. No one yet duplicated this business operation. So strong Get team qualification through nutrition clubs is when there are several duplicated the model, the operation itself. Then we know that the model is duplicatable or duplicable. How do you say it in English? Duplicable or duplicatable? There are different opinions. Thank you. Okay, so the next one is, this is marathon type of Get team qualification. This is how it looks. This is the number of teams they need. Marathons is teams. This is how it works. Okay, so assuming that one average team produces 1,500 volume points, this is the average, world average. So this is how Get team qualification would look like structure-wise. What I do know here is that everyone is doing the same, more or less, and the model is being duplicated, and I know that it will continue because it's already duplicated. It's just duplicated. Okay, so I know that it's working because it's built based on duplication in the first place. So this is kind of hybrid model. This is my favorite. I love hybrid because I know that some people would run clubs, some people run clubs and marathons or something else, And some people would run completely virtual operation. But now we have universal offering, not universal, versatile offering, so I can go and talk one language to one person, full-time, nutrition club, no problem. If you're part-time, you have only a couple of hours a day and you're a mom of 3 and you have no time for that, you will have a very simple, just bring 8 customers and you will be a captain of a team. So it's very simple. So it's kind of, there is a solution to all of them. There is no one left behind. There is no one which I would say you either do nutrition club or you have no other solution. Everyone has to have something. Every supervisor, even those who are coming as customers, have to have a solution for their business operation. Small operation. Customer should be able to play the game. Bring 2 people, bring 5 people, bring 8 people, you're a captain. It's a kind of, this captain is a marathon terminology, excuse me. But simple. And so everyone is engaged with the game. So this hybrid is my favorite. And the last one is the most important to me, is again, how did you become a Get Team member? Let's do it. Let's write it together. Let's put together, let's write it. What happened up until now? So you analyze how you arrived to this point. Then we create a new plan for the next 1,000 royalty, but new 1,000 royalty. You remember how many active Wall Team members failed by doing 500, by building 500 royalty check, but never repeated it and failed and disappeared? Remember? Because it was for the promotion, for the recognition, not for the, it was not real building business. It was for the promotion, to get the pin, to get the recognition, to get on stage, to get the bonus, to get something. But it was not repeated. So that's why when someone arrives to the Get Team position, we need to analyze how it happened and plan the next 1,000 royalty immediately from now. It's like 1,000 royalty Get Team qualification doesn't exist as an intermediate position. We need to move straight to 2,500 royalty, which is Get Team Plus. So this needs to be the plan. We need to arrive to 2,500 royalty by creating another 1,000 royalty of a new business. This plan helps me not to stop when people arrive to the Get Team position. So we need to have next plan in place for the next year immediately by analyzing what happened up until now and planning the next 12 months. The next annual cycle needs to bring another 1,000 royalty. That's immediately. Then we make sure that these people will survive and succeed. And the last is this. If our Get Team member knows from now on how to create another Get Team member, now we can duplicate Get Team members. So duplication of Get Team members is the key if we want to create big organizations, presidents team, and so on and so forth. And you can see that this is the foundation for the future president's team qualification. If we just understand how we create Get Team members and don't let them fail. We need to create Get Team members and don't let them fail. We need to continue with them to the next level. Thank you very much. Have a good one.